Meal frequency is something that some people put a lot of emphasis on as the key to being able to build muscle and lose weight. How many times have you heard that you need to eat 6 small meals a day in order to fire up your metabolism and burn more calories? Or, if you're a man over 40, you can only eat during a certain window of time in order to be able to lose weight. And many times it has been said that you have to have protein every 2 to 3 hours in order to maximize protein synthesis. All of this information can make it very confusing for us to decide what is best and how to apply it personally. Let's first take a look at meal frequency and weight loss. Now I'll put a link to the 2 studies I talk about today in the description. And in the first study, they took a group of obese people and they manipulated their meal frequency as well as their protein intake. And they gave them between 1 and 5 meals a day over a 3-week period, varying the protein between these meals and varying the amount of protein they got each day. And what they found out is that when it comes to preserving lean body mass while losing body fat, meal frequency didn't matter, but protein intake did. So whether they ate 1 meal a day or 5 meals a day, it didn't make any difference. As long as they got their required amount of protein in, then they would lose body fat while maintaining the maximum amount of muscle. So if you saw my latest video on what I eat for the day, and then followed my Facebook page for the week after that, then you would have soon seen that I'm Monday to Friday a 6 small meal a day guy, and on the weekends I only eat 3 or 4 small meals a day. And this came not from fitness, but from my work environment. So as long as I've been in the working world, I've always gotten up in the morning, had breakfast, went to work, and then while I was at work, we always had 2 breaks, one in the morning, one in the afternoon, as well as a lunch break. So I'd eat at each of those breaks, and then when I came home, I would have supper as well, which made for 5 meals a day. And then, once I got into my 40s, and it's important to note, I didn't look like this until I was in my 40s, and I started to work out, that's when the 6th meal came in. Because after I'd finish work and have supper, I would go work out, and then I'd have a small meal after that, making 6 meals a day. So my weekday habit of eating 6 small meals a day didn't come from science. It came, in fact, from habit. Now, I could see that over time, as I move away from a traditional working environment into a more self-employment working environment, that I may start to eat less meals a day, as I'm not wanting to take as many regimented breaks during the day. And that's all fine for me. That's what works for me. I have chose to eat based on my lifestyle. And if you look at that study that I just quoted and many others, you will see that meal frequency doesn't matter that much when it comes to weight loss. And that opens up a lot of doors for us, as long as we make sure we're in a calorie deficit and we're eating all good foods. So we can really tailor make it to what works best for us. So you're a super busy guy and you don't have time to eat during the day? Then just make sure that when you get up, you have a good breakfast and you eat again when you get home for supper. You're one of those people that when you wake up, the thought of having breakfast just turns your stomach? Then don't have breakfast. Just eat later in the day. What's important is you make sure you get all your required nutrition in. Now I do want to point out this one last study, because the study that I quoted previous here in the video and every study that I looked at, none of them were on hard training athletes. But I did find one on hard training athletes, and they're boxers. And they had these boxers in an extreme calorie reduction though, at 1,200 calories a day. And most of us should never have to get that extreme of a calorie reduction in order to lose weight. And they split them into 2 groups. The one group ate only 2 meals a day, and the other group ate 6 meals a day. And what they found is that the group that only ate twice a day lost more lean body mass than the group that ate 6 times a day. So this may indicate that in a case of super hard training and extreme calorie reduction, we may be better off with a greater meal frequency. But more studies really would need to be done in order to make this conclusive. What we're really finding from the majority of studies is that meal frequency is flexible, and we can pick a meal frequency that works best for our lifestyle, and that is the true recipe for success. So let me know in the comments how frequently you like to eat. And this is Lawrence from Fit and 50 signing out so I can go grab myself something to eat. Keep working out, keep having fun, and we will talk to you again in that next video.